spicy. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Heffer Hunters podcast. I am your host Dan the Geezer. I have Curry Too Spicy in front of me, Zac the Cutthroat Demon over here, and what was your name again?
Unapproachable Bitch.
Unapproachable Bitch. There's also here. How are we all doing?
I'm good,
All
I'm
good.
good.
Very well. Lovely. Good to hear. Anything new in our lives then?
Not really.
Not at all.
How's your day been today, Amelia?
Been really good. Thanks for asking. Good.
How was cheerleading?
Brilliant. Love doing flips.
How was the flips?
Hurting. Painful. Pain.
You were saying something earlier before we put the mics on about cheerleading and how you had to spend some money.
How £50 uniform?
£50 uniform on what?
Yeah. On like a skirt.
A skirt.
And then £20 on bows. Two
on bows. Jojo Siwa.
Yeah.
Kind of beat.
Yeah.
Very fresh. Valid.
Zac,
How you doing, Zachary?
Very well.
Yeah.
Work went well, I think.
Mike, mate.
Better?
Absolutely.
Work went well, and then, well, I'm there, so it's all good.
Yeah. Anything interesting at work or anything?
Not really.
No. Well, aren't you two just full of fucking shit to say?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Right, we might as well start on our notes then. I was hoping for a bit of, you know what I mean?
Boppity, but no flow is flowing. Alright, Amelia, this is one we've spoken about a lot of times. With our, because we live in the same accommodation at uni. Boys being creepy. What's your take on that? Experiences?
Lots of boys being creepy. What, in our accommodation or?
Without a name,
No
without
names.
naming names.
On
Not
nights
just
out
names.
or in our accommodation
Just-
or general?
Just like your personal experience of like.
Don't
guys.
stick to the ones at uni. Maybe not the
Okay,
ones
right.
pre-uni.
Basically,
ones.
women going out. If you go out as a woman, go to a pub or club or anything like that,
Yeah.
the chances that a creepy man will touch you, say something to you, try and buy you a drink,
Stood next to him.
very high, stood next to you.
Hmm.
And the other day, my friend,
Huh?
like, the other day, my friend got a picture taken on a camera of her by a 60-year-old man who refused to delete this said picture.
What's his name? Nothing. Can't say that one. We're all good.
Oh, it's literally the exact same one on Facebook.
That might be.
Well, we all love 60-year-old men who are.
We do.
Take
pervy,
pictures
you
is
know.
my favourite.
Yeah. Any other experiences or anything, or is that literally your one?
Probably it.
Probably it.
Probably it.
Jesus.
Accommodations with
Fucking hell.
creepy people.
Yeah.
You've had
5-minute
more stories
podcast.
You've told me more stories than that. Stop waffling.
Alright, got in a car with 5 30-year-old men.
Jesus, this
Five
one came to
30-year-old
mind
men.
quickly, didn't it? Fucking hell, I thought you were
I
out
think
of it.
I am
I feel like I
all
watched that somewhere before.
What? In Malaga. Got in a
Malaga.
car with 30-year-old men.
Yeah.
Drove
Ooh.
me about, and then they stalked me into nightclubs, and I was 17.
Bosh.
17. How'd you get into a nightclub if you're 17?
Just turned 18.
Just
No,
turned
you
18.
didn't.
So you weren't 17?
No.
Mm.
So you lied.
Tell them
We can't trust you
the,
then, can we?
Yeah, Lego story.
The Lego story.
My friend was gonna fuck this waiter, and
Oh.
the only reason that I could come was because he said that he wanted to play Lego, and I said I wanted to play Lego, and he let me play Lego on the floor while he fucked her. So very fun story.
That is...
What kind of Lego was it?
How
Like
old was this
Lego
man?
Cars. It was like fucking sick Lego. It was Lego cars.
How old was
Lego
this guy?
cars?
36,
Oh.
46.
And you were...
No, I didn't sleep with my friends up with him.
Yeah,
I
but
was
you were playing
18.
Lego while he
I was
shagged her.
18. I was 18.
Oh. Why does he have
Did
Lego?
you get paid for it?
No.
Why was he playing with Lego at 36?
Because
Is
he
my
had kids.
Lego
He had
cards?
kids.
Oh.
He had kids.
So he's a
and
fucking paedophile.
And he's fucking his 16-year-old son.
No, she was 22.
She. Oh. Okay.
Oh, your flatmate?
That's.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no, you can't be saying that.
Fucking hell.
What, old flatmate?
Okay, yeah.
No.
I didn't leak any names.
Oh, mad.
Right then. Sound is about.
Opened a lot.
Any other ones that are just lingering that are going to come to you in 1 second or anything?
Not really.
No.
Nothing's going on there right now,
Nothing
is it?
goes on
Yeah.
in my brain a lot.
Yeah. Well, I personally felt like I give off massive creepy vibes, like, like especially like secondary school. I was odd. Like, you know when you first start talking to like girls, I was terrible. And like, all right, so we had a corridor at secondary school, like every school does. And I'm sat there, and not sat there. So right, let me think in my head before I say this. Had a crush on this girl. Yep. She was one of the popular girls, okay? Me? No. Freshy boy, okay? Get that in mind. No, awkward. I'm very much still in my awkward phase. That lasted way too long. Still is in it. And I had a crush on this girl. I maybe have learned a bit of Romanian to talk to this girl. Just so I could say good morning, good night to her.
Sashpula.
Yeah, right. Do you know how creepy and awkward I was? I was so awkward that if she was coming down the corridor, I'd turn around and run the other, like not in speed walk. I would sprint my ass away because I felt too awkward. I could talk to this girl on Snapchat and Elriz. Like, I would talk to her on Snapchat and then I'd see her in person and be like, oh shit. And then what I did is I asked her locker partner to open the door locker for me. Yeah, that sounds weird. So I put like when it came to Easter, I put like an Easter egg in there. Like,
What Easter egg?
oh, it was crunchy because it was her favorite.
Crunchy
chocolate.
because you also had orange hair.
I did not have the crunchy haircut.
The
at the
crunchy
time.
trim.
It's not
Um,
yeah. 12?
That was college, yes, so first year college.
Etiquette.
But yeah, I did that. Then I put like a rose in there for Van. Long story short, I really struggle with not coming across creepy to girls. How do I not be creepy? This is a cry. This is a cry for
I
help.
don't think
Jesus.
you're that creepy, Jin. If there's any constellation.
Not what your flatmate told me.
I think that.
Without naming names. You know.
I think that is just because you give off a certain vibe.
Yeah, creepy.
Not creepy, just
W
you're a bit
Riz.
out there.
It's W Riz
It's
at the end of the
W
day.
Riz.
Do you know what I mean? Creepy
I
is just
reek
W Riz.
Riz or
B-O and W
Yeah.
Riz. You know.
yeah. So
Oh.
how do I help myself?
How does he help
You can't.
himself? Come on.
You're stuck. You're fucked.
I'm
Sorry.
stuck. Oh fuck.
L Riz,
Oh.
negative Riz.
Zach, you got any ways to help me?
No. Give Jin some what was it?
Dating advice.
Yeah, dating advice.
Go on.
Or Riz advice.
So
Riz
like,
advice.
What you like
what I
to hear.
really struggle to do is, you know, when you see a girl in like, say, a cafeteria or whatever, and I'll try and tell Zach or Fit, I'm like, oh, go Zach, go talk to her. I would never. Look, there's a massive double stand there, but how do I approach someone without coming across as some weird freak?
Right, literally just go up. Maybe send a little message on your phone. You can airdrop. Airdrop, that's not creepy at all.
Airdrop her while
Yeah,
she's sat
airdrop
next to
and
me.
be like, hi, I think you're really pretty. Don't say fit. Don't say like anything about like that. Say like pretty or beautiful or something like that.
Still.
Hey.
And then just airdrop it to her. If she airdrops you back, then you'll
Yeah,
sort
but
it.
she doesn't know what I look like. She's gonna get jump scare.
Then you can wait until she has your
There's gonna be
Snapchat
like
and then
an-
you can surprise her.
There's gonna be another hot guy in the fucking cafeteria, and she's gonna think it's him, and then it's just gonna be me in
Or
the
just go
corner
up
with
to
my
her.
headset
up to
on.
her.
Just go up
get
to her.
simple, so she'll be like, right, I've seen you from across the room. I think you're really pretty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's another one then. How would Jin then deal with the
Oh, good.
rejection of approaching some random girl?
Scream.
Cry or
Cry.
do podcast.
Yeah, do podcasts. That's why
correct.
we're here, basically.
I get no bitches.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I shouldn't just just start crying in the middle of the
Just-
cafeteria.
No, just literally take it like a champ.
Take it on the chin.
Take it on the chin.
Just
Take
walk
it
away and be
home.
like, cool, you weren't my type. Just insult her.
Aw,
Sound as a pound.
yeah.
That's why the
Just
cookie
insult her.
crumbles.
Just insult her.
Just insult her. She rejects you. Just insult her.
That's basically what most men do anyway, isn't it?
Yep.
So I didn't want you anyway.
Yeah. Just do it for jokes.
She was clapped.
Yeah, there you go. Just walk away and be like, she's clapped anyway.
Yeah.
Zach, any dealings with rejection or anything like that you've had in your past? Anything you want to talk about?
Not actually think so, do I?
Awkward.
No, not really.
No,
No,
nothing recent. Or anything?
Always like to have done it done.
Yeah. Nothing at all. Okay, no. Oi. Well then, what's the question we could have for Zach then? I want to get Zach talking this time.
Rejection, talking to girls.
Rooms a bit hot.
Alright, you're very you say you observe a lot.
Do I?
Shut up. Alright.
I do.
He likes to observe.
You do like to observe. You've told me this, okay? What's something like you can, as someone who doesn't always like to be in the game itself, you know what I mean?
He's on the sidelines.
You like to side by choice.
He's the B team.
Yeah. And you have a lot of intel from a lot of your friends who are girls.
Alright.
What is something you've observed that like guys do wrong?
I have no idea. Alright.
That's a great response.
I'm not gonna lie, you, I can fucking barely hear you talking to the mic, mate.
Alright, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, is it fine? Because I've got a pair of headphones on. Look at that.
Overdoing it.
Overdoing it.
Yeah,
Well,
because
let's explain what overdoing is. And
See, wait. Oh, God, you can't speak their names, can we?
no, we can't.
You know, a certain someone at the end of the corridor
Yep.
with
Yes.
a certain shit trim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like when he's very pushy without knowing it and stuff,
Yeah.
and then he just carries on and snowballs and goes into shit.
So you think that's something that most men do, or just certain someone?
No, not in particular someone, but like
Something that some guys can do.
yeah.
Mm.
So what would you say is what just generally being pushy or what? Because you got to be somewhat, you know, you got to be in the fucking game at least.
Pushy.
Do you know what I mean?
Like if he's just been rejected, like, well, yeah,
Like read the room,
Read
get
the
the
room.
hints.
exactly.
It's fair
Yeah.
enough.
I feel like
Any from you, Jin?
well, I've zero experience. But one thing is clinginess in like talking stages. I've realised that a lot of people struggle with that, and maybe like I know I've got a little notes here. I've got clinginess in relationships, and when you should like show affection by saying stuff like "I love you." This one personally. Amelia, you got any thoughts on this one?
Definitely right in. I'm not.
Elriz.
Would you consider
I'm
saying
not-
"I love you" right away? W Riz.
No,
Maybe after
no.
like 2
Elriz.
weeks,
Maybe after like 3 months. Try 3 months.
3 months. Oh,
And if you just keep saying it when someone's not saying it back,
Mm.
I think that's the point where you look at yourself and realise,
get a grip.
yeah, get a fucking grip. Also, this person doesn't love you clearly if they're not saying it back.
Ooh,
Often the case.
that is a woof.
Often, yeah.
Sounds quite aimed. Can't lie.
Sounds like what?
Sounds like
Aims.
it's aimed at someone.
I ain't no way.
no,
Never
no,
aimed.
no.
Oh.
So there wouldn't be a story behind that at all.
Aimed at Big W.
Ah.
Oh, who's that? Dunno.
I just got done.
Chemo too trappy.
Did you not think?
Fucking hell.
No one said
Yeah.
that. We're all good.
Clinginess.
Very clingy.
What level of like, if you're in a relationship, what level would you want like clinginess wise? Say you're like deep in a relationship, past the.
Would you
honeymoon
like,
phase.
yeah? Would you like someone to be all in, sort of invested, like want to spend all their time with you, or the complete
Like-
opposite end of that?
Not the opposite, but a balanced time of
Somewhere in
not always
between.
seeing me. Like, I don't want to be spoke to 24/7. I like have my own space in a relationship and doing my own thing, not having to clarify it to people. So in the middle, and I don't want to spend every day with them, and I don't want to not spend every day with them. I just want 3 hours a day.
3 hours a day.
That's
Yeah.
a valid amount.
Would you like to be in close proximity to that person, or what?
Yeah.
Like
Not
a
really
mile or
close,
two
but some
away?
close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like downstairs.
that's fair enough.
No. What's your kind of level that you? And obviously you're in a relationship, but
I like being close with my partner. Obviously, you know, I like when I'm constantly around that person. I know it can be overwhelming, but you know, I find that if I'm in a relationship, I want to put 100,000,000% into that shit, and you know, that person I would want to be my best friend and partner. So I feel like it's very different for me. I feel like I'm a lot more of a clingy guy than most, but
yeah,
how would it be for you, Gin Sunshine?
probably pretty similar. But yeah, I want them to be like close. But I know some people. I've got a friend who they're in a relationship and they hang out literally every day together. I couldn't do that. I feel like you need to also be. Well, for me myself, the way I work, I need to be growing as on my own. And I feel like if I spend too much time with someone, I have a slight. It's probably not a good thing if I'm thinking about if I'm in a relationship with someone, but I have a fear that I just slowly get pissed off with them if I spend all my time with them. But somewhere like in between, like maybe once a week.
Once a week?
Once a week?
Yeah.
I'd say more than once a
Yeah, I'd
week.
say at least 4. Like half. a
Yeah,
week.
3 or 4 at
People are
least.
annoying.
People are annoying.
you are a person.
What do you mean?
You are a person. So
Yeah, I'm a person, but like I find that if I'm doing it more, maybe 2 times, maybe more. If it's more than 2 times a week, I feel like I'd start not getting on with my own shit, and I get.
Do you reckon the feeling will
attached.
become disingenuous and you're
I feel
more
like
hanging out with them just for the sake of hanging out with them?
I feel like I'd appreciate it less.
That's true.
Also, yeah, and then I would just become too much like them, and then I would stop going off of my goals, and then I sound like one of those grindset pricks who go
Preaks.
yeah
True.
collaboration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from. Very, very factual, you know? I would say there definitely is, you know, 2 sides to that coin again, where it's like, do you really want your whole life to be consumed by it? That's why I really think a lot of people need to ask themselves the question, are they ready for a relationship? Are they ready for a lot of their life to change to just being around one person, you know? Do you have enough space in your heart just to have it just for one person? Do you know what I mean? Do you have the capability of chilling with someone all the time? But yeah, it's a question that people have to ask themselves, unfortunately.
Yeah. I think another thing I was thinking about is like boundaries people set with their partners, because I don't know sometimes people, I think it's more so a guy thing that they do with their girlfriends, which is wrong obviously, but when guys say you can't wear this, you can't do this, shit like that, where do you? Well,
I've got
I
like zero opinion on that, other than I think the woman should be able to. Yeah, I'm not trying to be like, but I mean, realistically,
where we want.
choice is up to the person who wants to do whatever they want. Like, I think I should be able to wear whatever I want. I think Amelia should be able to wear whatever she wants, within bounds of the law. You know what I mean? But other than that, I don't think there's. I think everyone would probably have the same sort of opinion on that. Like, I wouldn't control shit over what my woman would wear, and I doubt she'd give two fucks about what I wear.
Amelia, what's your opinion on this?
My opinion. I don't know. As someone who's been through it, it's tough. Tough getting out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of just have to do. You don't really have a choice. If you're in a certain type of relationship, you don't really have a choice.
Speaking to the mic.
You don't really have a choice in certain situations, and you kind of just do as you're told to prevent more things happening.
Mm-hmm.
But men who are like that should probably die.
Yeah,
This is made to
agreed.
everyone. Like,
In Minecraft.
not like
Yeah.
no one here,
Yeah,
obviously. Just
but-
generally speaking, if you are like that, you obviously need a bit of help mentally.
I think only really insecure, very fragile men think like that,
Yeah.
because you should be secure in yourself to like not have to go there. But yeah, like personally, say you had a boyfriend, you wouldn't give a shit what they wore.
No, don't give a shit.
Yeah. Zach, what's your opinion on this?
I want to challenge you on that. So if your boyfriend was wearing a dress,
That's fine.
does that calm?
That's fine.
Yeah, completely fine.
Literally, like, I don't care. Like,
If he was wearing
as long as he's
a
comfortable.
skirt and a tank top,
As long as he's comfortable.
that's
Zach,
fair.
You
I
can
have a
borrow
dress
some
if
of
you
my
want.
clothes. You can borrow some of my clothes.
Alright, come.
Let's put on the mad one.
Oh, mad as still.
Ooh.
No, like,
Cutthroat
I
demon.
think I would fucking Christ. I would allow them to wear like whatever they want, but like I couldn't be dating someone like dressed like a road man. It'd be so off-putting, wouldn't it?
Libby May kind of beat.
Exactly.
What do you mean, like the
look like
CP
they-
company jackets and
Yeah,
shit?
it looks like they're my fucking security.
Stone Island.
Oh yeah, got the badge. Badge is down, you're on
Badge in the
me.
picture.
Yeah. Get off your phone. Any other notes, mate?
Along with that, we've got topic of: would you let your partner have a exclusive page, aka
Paid
OnlyFans?
content walls.
Yes.
Yes.
You would.
I definitely 100% would.
Oh.
I think there's a different dynamic if a man was to have an OnlyFans.
I think
I'd have an
easy way to
OnlyFans.
make money. First of all, get involved in some creative content.
Yes.
Second of all, get paid to do what you're gonna do fucking realistically most days.
Well, let's also add in the fact that people are also able to go to these sugar daddy things and create artificial or real relationships with these men who will pay for their time. Let's ask Zach this: would you be comfortable with someone who partakes in an OnlyFans, makes money through that, and also talks to sugar daddies via the phone?
See, I believe in like freedom within the relationship. So I mean, they can do what they want, but obviously them.
Hang on. Freedom within the relationship.
Yeah.
How? Polyamorous relationship?
No, just like as in obviously the close relationship.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
But like, it's so, I don't know. Obviously, them exploiting
Mm-hmm.
their body for like other people. Well, other like oh man.
Would you say it's exploiting or just capitalising on it? Exploiting sounds like quite a negative thing, whereas you can see it as quite something sexually liberating for women, something to make some easy money on the side.
Stonks.
You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
know.
He doesn't know.
I don't know. No.
Should we so what level of comfortable would you be? Say they had an OnlyFans where they sold just feet pics.
You find her.
Feet finder. Say how would you be fine with that?
I guess I don't know. I haven't really tested the waters with it, so.
Do you reckon you have?
So you'd wait until you're in a relationship for them to go, by the way, have an OnlyFans.
Well, do you
I have an
reckon?
opinion on it.
What would be your limit with OnlyFans? Would you help create content with this partner? Would you, let them shag other people for fucking a collaboration or anything?
I don't know. Oh, no.
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 That's fair.
Because then it's just like.
There's obviously clearly a
Yes.
limit then, isn't there?
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess it wouldn't go any further than just like general nudity.
Yeah.
Or whatever they're posting on there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have an issue with the talking to men's shit?
What do you mean?
Like if this partner was to be engaging in phone calls with men, paid phone calls.
Oh, it depends how like. Yeah, it depends how explicit it gets.
Would you expect a cut in that?
No.
Probably not, because I'm like not involved in it at all, and it's like not my thing.
Yeah.
So like, if I go out and cut an hair, and like someone just goes, "Oh, you missed a bit," I won't be like, "Oh, you know, that's 5p for you."
That's true. That's fair. That's a really good way of putting that. To be fair.
Oh, that's
What about
so
you, Jin?
cutthroat Barbary. Me, I wouldn't care. Personally, I think do what you want. Also, if you have a problem with that, you probably wouldn't be in a relationship with them in the first place. So
It's definitely something you need to talk about, though.
yeah, I feel like I'd probably have a not problem, but I wouldn't be 100% comfortable if it was like full on like porn and shit and like full nudity. Just because children, like if we would have kids, they get bullied. But I don't have a problem with it. Like I 100% would feel like if I was a girl, I'd have an OnlyFans right now. So like I'm still not fully 100% on either side, because if I was a girl, I'd be like stonks.
I have a good question.
Yep.
Sorry to cut you off, Jim, but let's put it this way. Let's say you're already in a relationship with this person,
Yep.
and then they approach you saying that they want to start engaging in some OnlyFans activity while you've already been with them for some time. So, like, you know, they haven't been doing this previously. They're like,
Yeah.
you know what, I want to start selling pictures of my tits, I want to sell my feet, blah, 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 blah. What would you say to that?
How long?
So you didn't go in agreeing to that?
How long are we in this relationship?
Let's say 6 months.
That's quite early.
That's really early, to be fair.
Oh, I don't know.
So about
Fucking a year
so
then.
about 2 years.
2 years.
2 years into a
2
relationship,
years.
serious relationship.
Oh. See, I don't know if that just makes me very like slightly. I would feel slightly uncomfortable with it.
Would it be something that's like a deal breaker for you?
No,
You can be honest.
I don't know if it would be, because once I'm in a relationship, I'm very clingy.
Yeah.
So like not clingy, but like I'm in it. So it takes a lot for someone to make me not want to be in that relationship with them.
Yeah.
But I don't.
But
really
would
know
you
why I said
express, you know, what if...
that. What do you mean?
I guess
You're not gonna be
it's
like
if they're like, it's an ultimatum sort of situation as well. They're like, I want to do this or I'm going to break up with you. If you got put in that situation, what would you do?
that. I generally don't know, because it depends how much I'm involved in this relationship. If I'm
Where'd they spawn in from? Fucking hell.
what the fuck?
Do you think it's subjective to the...
I think it's
Who you're
subjective to who I'm with and the specific situation, but it's something I haven't really thought about enough. But I definitely wouldn't be against it. But
I feel like if it was presented to me in an ultimatum, it would be a different issue. Only because
yeah,
I don't want someone forcing me into something that...
What if it was with other people?
other people.
Oh,
no.
fuck that, no.
That's cheating.
Right, yeah, so then
That's
you'd be
cheating.
against it then?
I'd be against it if
I'd
it's
be against her
collaborating with
committing
other
sexual acts with other people in general,
Yeah.
whether it was recorded or not.
people. I feel like if it's solo missions, if you know what I mean, then I do what you want, film it, publish it.
Would you ever get involved?
We'll say yes, so I don't sound insecure.
That's fair enough.
You sure?
Any other topics, Ginny?
Let me load it up. Fashion. All right.
Fashion.
Clothes.
Zac, the
Stripped
drip
out.
meister.
Exactly.
When did you like? I remember as a kid, I still don't. This sounds weird to say that. If I, let me restart that. So, as a kid, like non-school uniform days was when like I was like actually starting to think about what I was wearing. Other than that, Manager, aka Mumsy, would pick out my outfits for me. Not really, she wouldn't pick out my outfits, but she'd buy my clothes, and I'd just be like, bish bosh, that'll do. But when did you really start thinking about, this looks cool? Like, when you start thinking about your clothes more? Amelia.
Oh, right. Probably when I was like about 13, 14. When, like, obviously everyone in the year, or in school, don't know what year it is, year 9.
Year 9.
Year 9, you start, like, as a woman, start doing makeup, you start caring what you think, and then you start caring what other people think. It's a big pool of shit, basically. So, a fear of judgment from others I started carrying then. But I don't like care what I wear. Like, I'll wear what I think I look nice in and what I feel comfortable in.
Do you feel like you've ever been influenced to wear something else just because of like social pressures or anything?
Probably not, maybe. Not really. Not like proper clothes, no.
Fair.
But like when ads come up, I will buy that ad because it's an ad and it's an ad and it looks good. So.
Fucking hell. Well, that's good to know that media companies work well, isn't it?
Yeah.
What about you, Zach?
We had a speaker talk about this like the other day. Like going into like year 7, you was like seeing everyone wearing like whatever like their trackies and like all their Nike shit.
Mm-hmm.
And growing up not with too much money to be like, oh, and I have a lot of brothers anyway, so it's like not being able to. If I get this, they will have to sort of have a similar value thing.
Yeah.
So growing up, it would be like pretty much just loads of shit from like Primark or like Tesco's or something like that. So nothing like big brands like Nike or Adidas or whatever. But then going into like year 11, I realised I was being like really pathetic and like stupid. It was like, oh, I probably just look like a knob anyway. So I just started. Well, I tried to, didn't really go as planned, and then I gave up on it. Like piecing some things together that looked all right, and then now I just walk around equivalently looking homeless 90% of the time, unless I'm at work, and then it's just a little less homeless.
Well, for me, I've recently come to the realisation that brands actually mean fuck all. Like, I feel like it's this thing that's drilled into boys and girls, to be fair. But I feel like I've seen it more with boys just because I've been around them more. Is that they're sort of told, oh, you have to wear fucking something that costs, your outfit has to cost $1,000, you know what I mean? It's like, realistically, I don't know why everyone pretends that they're, it's pretty obvious why everyone wants to seem like they're of a higher cut of cloth. However, I feel like you would literally buy a jacket, like, let's say a CP company jacket. They're literally a fucking puffer jacket with a pair of goggles on the hood. You're paying 500 fucking quid for a bin bag with goggles on it.
They look
Do you know what I mean? They look
them.
stupid.
You
I
like
really
them.
like them.
Well, at least
You've spent way too much time
if you want to get a
Portsmouth.
girlfriend, at least you buy your CP company jacket. It's all good.
Yeah.
Stone Island.
Stone Island.
Stone Island top tier.
See, Stone Island as well, yeah?
Yeah, adds up.
Buy yourself a fucking jumper from Wish and slap a fucking fake little badge on it. There you go, you got your Stone Island. Sell it for 200 quid, you're
The
fine.
biggest chav clothes.
It
ever.
is. You go to London,
From
God,
men,
you see
yeah,
them
from
every 2
men.
seconds.
I think it's very different for women. I don't think I've personally ever seen a woman wear a Stone Island t-shirt or any clothing. I've personally never seen it.
I see it quite a lot.
I've never seen it. And
I think I've seen a girl wear a jumper once.
I think the
jumper?
jumpers.
Yeah, you know, the
Oh, I thought you meant a jumper. I was like,
No, girls never actually wore jumpers.
straight face moment.
I think, I don't know, it's quite drilled in, but
It is sort of hammered into like youth at
Yeah,
least
yeah.
that they should be
should
wearing.
know what you think.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
a social norm.
It is, and that's what I'm saying when it comes to you, Zach, is that, it's not necessarily the fact that you're wearing stuff from Primark or Tesco. Like, it might have necessarily been the fact that it could look shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you've built up a stigma in your head that you're not wearing something that costs too much money. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I feel like you could have a nice fucking outfit for minus the shoes. Shoes, that's
Shoes are
something
a
else.
top tier.
Shoes you need to shell some
shoes.
bucks
Yeah, I've
on.
got a good shoe game right now, so it's fine.
Yeah, I've seen those Adidas Ancients. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell. Nike Fossils. But no, you do need to shell out for some nice shoes. However, the rest of your fit, you can get a nice fit for 30, 40 quid
Easily.
Yeah.
easily. But as long as you have colour coordinated shit,
Yeah.
shitty little logo, whatever, blah blah blah, it'll look nice. But I feel like what kids need to realise nowadays is that they don't actually have to spend fucking upwards of 200 quid just for an outfit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was walking through town earlier. There was about 8 Turkish kids that all look the exact same.
Mhm.
Puffer jackets, fucking Nike trackies on, and
Yeah.
like the exact same Gucci bag.
Saw the
That's
order.
probably like from like
Steak.
Spain for like
Steak.
3 quid.
Yeah, probably.
And they were just, they're being knobs.
It's literally, if you get asked the question, it's literally just how much money your outfit costs, but then that's all you're flexing.
I think it's like,
I think it's a bit
You're
sad.
buying it for the brand, not what it looks like, really.
I'd never buy
Yeah.
brands.
No, because I definitely used to be like that, which is
Still am.
because I had the same feeling that you had when you were year 11, but probably a bit younger, where I was like, fuck, like probably like year 9, year 10 was like when I was like, well, I need to start fucking buying shit that cost me £400.
yeah.
But when I got a job and I realised the value of money as well, I was like, you know what, maybe not. It's
Yeah.
not really worth it. But it's become a much more recent discovery for me that I can actually be comfortable in a lot cheaper clothing.
Yeah.
Don't need to spend 45 quid on a fucking t-shirt that says Nike on it, where I can get something from fucking, let's say, Boohoo, £6.50 for a nice shirt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just the little kids that made it. But
Yeah, well,
that's their
fuck
fault.
them kids.
Yeah, I realised. I think just because the school I went to, it started like year 7. It would be non-school uniform days, and it'd be everyone flexing daddy's money. So kids would be wearing like Stussy and CP company from like time, and I started trying to get into that shit. but I didn't know any like proportions, anything. I'd just be wearing this I wore like the same Stussy jumper for like 3 years. It still fits me because I'm that
Same
short.
what jumper?
Stussy.
Stussy.
I literally
Stussy.
got Stussy jumpers, yeah.
Stussy.
What am I wearing now?
Logo thing.
What he's wearing right now.
Stussy.
What the?
It's the one with the like graffitied looking logo.
Yeah, it's
Right.
really
With 2
nice.
dots.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was talking about the expensive clothes I got, it would literally just be North Face because I don't know any fucking
Is it?
brands.
Oh, okay, well.
That was
Look at
literally
his
it.
fucking chalet, mate.
Yeah, mate.
mate.
Sorry, mate.
I mean, I've got a Nike hat. Does that count?
Yeah.
I mean, look at the clothes you're wearing.
Yeah.
North Face.
Branded.
What a hypocrite.
Yeah, what hypocrites.
Buying all that
What
North
is this
Face.
fucking knobhead?
Yeah. No, but I'd started wearing stuff like that quite early, and then I realised this is really. I think also at college is because I went to quite a big college, Peterson's, on name drop.
Damn, so.
And everyone
cringe.
there was trying to outdo each other in what outfits they were wearing. It felt like a little runway, and let's just say first year of college I was wearing cuffed cargos, and I wouldn't take my puffer jacket off because my proportions would just look weird if I took it off because I just looked like a stick. But yeah, and then I just started changing up, and now I'm more comfortable what I wear.
See, I got so bad, yeah, that the jacket over there, I bought it because it was £400. That is literally the only reason I got it.
It looks good though, to be fair.
It does look good. Now that I know what to wear with it, it looks a lot better. But I used to wear that shit. So basically, it would be... Oh, fucking hell, I think it got as bad as that I'd wear it in the middle of August. Just because I was so insecure about my body shape. And it's a big fucking jacket, do you know what I mean? I was like, I could cover my body with it. Park House is the school that I went to in Newbury. If I went to fucking... I had to get the train every day. And I had to walk up from the train station all the way up this massive fucking hill. And by the time I got to the top, my back would be fucking dripping in sweat. And it literally got to the point where I'd make myself look like a fucking sweaty fat hog just to try and fucking
Sniff test.
have some drip. Even though I know everyone around me would be like, dead drip. Elriz.
Hours.
Exactly.
Negative drip, yeah.
Moral of the story is,
Yeah.
fuck them kids, get some cheap Boohoo Man £6.50 shirts.
I've got a little segue for this one.
Go on then.
But a little trip to Tesco's the other day. So I wear a lot of my dad's clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh, I know this.
so I was there in my dad's leather jacket, so it's like quite beat up. Some knitwear jumper, jeans, and
Jeans.
some Timbs on to make myself feel taller.
Cheeky.
Walk into Tesco's, think it's like 11 o'clock. I'm like, it's the only thing that's open where we're based. Past that time, waffle. So I'm walking in. I'm like, I'm about to go get myself some minstrels and maybe an iron brew. You know.
Subscribe.
Walk in. Turn the first corner, fine. Next corner, I'm stood there looking at the iron brew, and some bald-headed prick starts fast walking at me. He points at me and goes, "You out."
It was Andrew Tate.
It was Andrew Tate. And he start, and I'm just stood there. I freeze. I'm like, oh shit. And then he comes over to me. He's like, and then as he gets closer, he starts like freaking out. He goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." Turns out there's a local homeless man who is 50, at least 50, looks nothing like me, but apparently dresses the same, and he genuinely mistook me for a homeless man.
That was fucking hilarious.
So that was kind of that was embarrassing for me, and that's probably the most humbling thing that's happened to me recently. What's anyone else experiences of humbling recently?
Humbling.
Yeah, that was shit words.
You want to start?
I don't think I've got anything.
You
I don't think
definitely
I've
have.
ever been
You
humbled.
definitely have.
Who's
You
humbled me?
definitely
Who's
have.
humbled me?
We don't name drop here.
Okay.
We don't name drop, but Jesus Christ, woman, you have
definitely
been
have.
Oh,
put
You've
round the
been
ringer
humbled.
recently.
someone's bitch.
Yeah.
We'll put it in a more
current one.
PC way, but
we'll go with the
yeah.
current one, and we don't name
We go
drop
with
here.
The what?
The current,
The current situation.
the uni one, but we don't name drop.
We do
remember?
not name drop.
No
Yeah,
name
yeah,
drops.
right.
I'm ready for the
I don't think
buzz.
I was very humbled, but
You should have been.
last night arguments. We talked about last night. We talked about this morning regarding.
Just the whole
the
situation.
general-
really.
Okay, we'll just have a general situation.
Yeah.
Oh.
Last night argued like the day. Can I say? Cooked up? I feel like I said.
You can say whatever you want.
He was on a lot of drugs allegedly.
Allegedly.
I saved it. And his reactions were absolutely shit. And when I saw him, I should not have seen him.
You should not.
Okay,
Should listen
I
to our
should not have seen
advice.
him, let's be honest. I did, and he
Elriz.
yelled at me. Elriz. He screamed at me for the second time in 2 days.
We sound like cunts now because we said humbled and now it sounds like.
Okay, she's actually just been
I
abused,
was
and we're
very
like,
humbled.
humbled.
That is
Lol.
pretty fucking true.
It's, girl best friend's an absolute
Take
snake.
that L, lol.
Girl best friend's an absolute snake. Has it
She
out
is.
for me for no fucking reason.
I have zero opinion on that.
Today,
Fuck fringe.
apparently I apologised to her. I definitely did not, and the word sorry's never came out of my mouth regarding that bitch.
Mhm.
And also, yeah, that's the end of the story.
I feel like we'll come back to a topic there, which was
I think what we
Shine.
were trying to point out at the humbling part was,
yeah, that came across bad.
regardless of all of this shit that has happened, still
I'm
You're
going back.
you are going
Going
back.
Also possibly pregnant, but that's a different.
Let's not even
that's a
fucking
different
bring up that
story
part.
time.
Let's
Jesus.
not, please.
Let's
Ah.
not.
Let's not bring
How
it
to
up.
paint yourself in a very poor picture in 101. Fucking hell.
Zach, has
Caught
anything
in 4K.
humbled you recently?
Me.
Oh, that is peak.
Lol.
That is fucking cruel.
Gotta
Jesus.
ignore that.
Elriz. Demoted Riz.
No,
Both of you humbled me.
it's okay, Zach.
Oh, okay.
Give him a cuddle. Give him a cuddle. Go on. Oh, poor Zach.
Jin, you don't like hugs, go away.
That is peak. Go on, Zach. Go on.
That was very nice.
That was quite humbling there.
That was.
That was.
Do you want to talk about that current situation just now, 5 seconds ago?
Yeah.
How did it make you feel?
What just happened?
I don't know.
Oh, right. One story. Humbling. Go.
Shit, I don't know. Fuck. Nothing recently. No.
That was a good story. That was a really good story.
Fuck off. Shit. I don't know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then what happened after? I don't know.
Talk about
I'm sure I don't know.
Juggernaut situation.
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut, because we don't name drop.
Oh!
Friendship wise, girl involved.
Basically,
No name drops, remember?
my old
Juggernaut.
Yeah.
mate, right? We were good mates for ages, and then
Oh.
yeah, and then he dropped me for like a year and a half for
Mhm.
these people, and then he started fucking around, did loads of shit at Reading and with a person not of age, and
Paedophile.
yeah,
Pedo.
and then
Nonce.
obviously I don't think people would be okay with hanging out with the nonce, so they dropped him.
We're okay with hanging out with you, mate.
All right,
Oh, in the bin. Elriz.
And then they've just been trying to avoid him, and then every time we go out, they just end up near us for some weird reason.
Hmm.
It really backfired on him.
Question.
Yeah.
How did that humble you?
Oh, humble me! Oh,
Yeah. God, you are really good at answering questions, you Zachary.
There's a girl chose
Jin.
Yeah.
Humble.
no.
Go.
Humbled.
Have you already answered this? I
I
can't
did
actually
answer
remember.
with Tesco's, but I've got a lot of humbling stories.
All right, another one.
So the previous girl that I mentioned about the awkward stage with, where I still didn't, there was multiple awkward stages and awkward girls. But we're on a school trip. It's my birthday. We're taking a group photo. I'm there. She takes this photo. Bear in mind, I had a fat crush on this girl. Creepily, like probably should have had a restraining order kind of level. So I'm there, in the background of this photo. I look. I'm like, oh, this is a cool photo. I'm gonna like it on Instagram. Guess what I'm tagged as? Ew. She just tagged the word
There's
ew on my
absolutely no
face.
way.
No one else is tagged in this
There's
photo.
no way.
Just me. I'm just there. I did nothing to her.
That's pretty
And then
peak.
she had the
Sorry,
fucking
continue.
audacity to go up to me and go, happy birthday, by the way.
Oh.
I was there eating my magic stars on the bus crying.
W Riz.
Riz on
That was
your birthday.
W
W
Riz.
Riz.
That was W Riz.
No, she had him on Snapchat.
Getting tagged at who? At least you got
Yeah.
tagged. You know what I mean?
To be
Yeah.
fair, respect.
W Riz. W Riz.
Yeah. Oh.
Any other
Dan?
topics there, Jins? No. I can't get humbled. I'm God. I'm God. I'm the host. I have to answer.
What about the time you got jumped?
All right. When I was in year 8. All right. Basically, when I was in year 8, it's a weird story. I was walking through this place in Newbury called Victoria Park. I was with my friend. I'm going to name drop him because I doubt they give a shit. So with my friend Luke, with my mate James. Can't say his last name, but it's not the one you think it is.
Oh, different one.
Yeah. So we're walking through Victoria Park. It's like 5 p.m, but it's like November, so it's pitch black. So we're walking through. Just gotten out of watching fucking hell, it was Justice League, I think it was, in the cinema. So we leave. We go to Victoria Park, start walking across. I've got my Toblerone in my hand because I got it from Pound World, and I was shocked at the prices. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is not £1. They scammed me. But I walk through. There's this guy, and he comes up to us because I'm sat on this bench thinking I'm hard in the, Victoria Park. Comes up to me and pulls out his arse. I was like, oh,
Wait, what?
hello there.
Wait,
How you
what?
doing? Yeah, so he just walks up, pulls down his trousers, shows me his ass. And I was like, oh, calm, pretty cool. So we moved over a bit, and then we carried on talking. And then he goes, oh, what's your name? He shouts it over. And I goes, my name's Grandad. I was like, you know, some year 8 funny fucking thing to say, but,
That's,
you know,
top tier.
thought it'd be a funny thing to say, but it clearly was not. W-Riz. And then he pulls out his cock.
Oh.
So he's got his willy out, and I'm like, oh, all right then. So I avert my attention, you know, not trying to look at
To
that.
his knob or away from his knob?
Oh, I was like, you know what? Let me just stare into that one-eyed snake real quick. No, I turned away, and I was, you know, I was kind of like, what the fuck is going on? Why is this random guy showing me his ass and dick? So, all of a sudden, emerges from the pitch black aura that was surrounding us, were about 5 people. So they all start walking. And I'm like, well, I'm not about to get my ass kicked, so I start walking towards this stairs to get out of Victoria Park to get onto this like main road sort of thing. So I was like, start walking. Me being a fool, me being a Zac Dazzly, they all started running towards me, and I just stood there thinking I'm fucking Superman or something.
Quick question. Were they still trousers down?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
they
they
had
pulled them
at
back
this
up.
point pulled them back up.
Their dicks weren't flying.
Their dicks were not flopping.
Okay.
Helicopter?
Year 8 penis. But basically, all of them start running towards me, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to run because I look like an idiot. But my mate Luke and my mate James both ran away to the stairs, got to safety. I, in fact, got surrounded by 5 people, and one of them went to me, why the fuck are you chatting shit about my dead granddad?
Oh.
I was like, I said my name was Grandad, mate, and then he was like, no, my granddad, blah, 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 blah. He said, apparently I said his granddad was a terrorist or some shit like that. I was like, I don't know what's going on, I'm scared, help me. And then all of a sudden, someone from behind grabs me by my legs, dump tackles me to the floor. I'm like, well, I'm fucked. A bunch of them start jumping on top of me, like WWE style, like fucking John Cena, put the Rock people's elbow on me. I'm like, fuck. But as I'm trying to get back up, obviously I'm like, I'm not going to keep allowing it to happen to me. I have to get off the floor, so I keep trying to get up. One guy jumped on me, and as my shoulder was like that, when I was like, trying to push myself up, so this shoulder pushed into the floor and separated. So I managed to get up, and I fucking ran away from him. And yeah, I managed to get to the thing, and I called my mother. I was in tears, like, oh, I just got jammed, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, we're going to the fucking police. And then I had to go and snake. So, I'm a snitch. Snitches did not get stitches in that fact.
They might, well,
I did not get stitched.
it's
I did not get
just-
stitched. They just said your arm's separated. That was it.
Oh.
Stitches, snitches get separated arms. It's all good.
That kind of makes you
How
think
old
of
were
something.
said people?
Huh?
How old were said people?
Probably a year older, same age. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say like 4-year-old men.
40-year-old men in the park show me their knobs. Yeah, no, I still never found out why they showed me their cocks, but
Yeah, it's my demographic.
it's all good.
That kind of makes you think of something. You know,
Has
like
anyone else here been jumped actually before we move on from that?
Nearly did.
Nearly.
Oh, nearly. Oh,
Nearly.
I think
Well, no,
I think I
Do you
did.
remember Zac?
Well, no, you've walked out to my house when like 3 in the morning,
Yes.
and you know
Walked
that,
you home.
Huh?
To make sure you got there home safely.
Exactly.
Scared of the
Protection.
dark.
Little alleyway.
Yeah, you know that little alleyway by the park.
Yeah.
After like going through that, there was 3 people waiting, and they started walking up behind me trying to grab my bag.
Did they? How did you know they were going to grab your bag?
Just turned around, they were trying to grab my bag.
Right.
What did you say? Oi!
That's illegal.
Get away!
Wait, stop. That's illegal. Stop.
Nice one.
Did you do the Skyrim arrest? Do it. You can't remember, can you? What do they say? They go, stop right there, criminal scum. Or some shit. You've committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defence? Okay, no.
Oh. I don't think I've ever really been jumped.
No one else, only me. I'm the biggest pussy, yeah?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But in that situation, obviously, how
I was shit out of luck because my 2 mates fucked off. So I was like, oh well.
Ditched you.
I was like year 8, I think.
That kind of makes you think of like friend loyalty. Like what level of
Right. I also had the same debate, but ever since my mate Luke has proved himself to be, at the time, we were not built fuckers or anything. Like, I'm not saying we're built now, but We're definitely like more imposing than we were at the time.
It's either one of you gets beaten up or both of you. Get
And
beaten
bear in mind, my mate James, the one in the James in question, is about. He at the time was probably like 5'2",
up. Imagine.
so he was fucking
Can you
useless.
imagine that?
I don't shush.
But yeah. Ever since
pregnant what?
Luke's proved himself to be a real one.
5'2" what?
Pregnant
Shut the fuck up! I'm talking. Right. No, but Luke's proved himself to be a real one.
Mhm.
Luke's always had my back, and I'll have his till the day I die. James, I don't really know. I don't really talk to him as much, but you know what? He's still a pussy. It's fine.
Still right away.
Still 5'2". Yeah.
That makes me think of something that we can actually talk about instead of me waffling now.
No way.
MC.
MC Grinder.
So, let's make this shorter than it. I'm not gonna waffle for this one.
Mhm.
So, walking up to my accommodation on like end of a night out, me and my friends, we're all pissed out our heads. Well, I say we all. Every time I ask my friends, I'm always the only one who was ever drunk, which might be a slight problem. But so I'm fully gone, very gone. I'm gonna repeat that one more time. And we're there walking up to the entrance of my building, and look behind us, and there is a large.
You be careful with the description of this man, Jin.
Large man.
Why is it hard to call him a man? Fucking hell. Large man.
Large man. Okay,
Yeah.
walking up behind us. He is stumbling, and he's there. Right. So we go open the door, and he tries to like follow us in the building.
As
So-
you do.
But I forgot to add something. He whistled at my friend Heather. Like he did the whole like I can't do the whistle. You know when the guys do the that
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
but like in
Wolf whistle.
Like a woo.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus. Sound effect. Soundboard.
He's done that
Fucking
before.
hell. Body prank.
so he's whistled. We're all like a bit on edge. We're like, what the fuck? So I ask him, who are you? What are you trying? Do you live here? And he goes, yeah, I do. And I was like, okay, use your key card to get in. His key card didn't work. The man pulled out his credit card to try and use the like tabbing system. What's it called?
The chip
The
scanning
chip
thing.
scanning thing to get into the door. That shit.
The access card.
Yeah, the access card. He did not have the access card to the vault.
He had a debit card.
He did. It was a debit card. And so I
He
was
tried
like,
to buy a
well,
microtransaction to get in.
I was like, so I was like, well, does your friend live here? What you doing? Whatever. He was like, oh yeah, no, I live here. I'm on the 7th floor. Our building does not have a 7th floor. So he was waffling out his ass. At this point, I'm like, well, you don't live here. Shit gets heated. He then says, oh, you're Somali. He referred to me as Somalian. Said, oh, we're both Somalian. Why are you being a dickhead? I took offense to that, so I was like, because of the way he said it, and he hit me. So I was like, it then got to me being drunk. Me has a lot more confidence than sober me. Let's say this man was not. He wasn't built, but he was big. Like if I stand up right now, I should not be being confrontational with one bit. That should not be in my vocabulary. No words that could get my ass beat should be anywhere near my mouth. So I'm there, just mouthing off, shouting back at him. He's shouting back. The whole building starts hearing.
Including me.
Yeah,
I was having a good time.
This was like the
Voice
first
notes
2
on
weeks
it.
of uni.
Yeah, bear in mind, I'd known Jen for about fucking 2 days at this point. I was like, fucking hell. Like, what is this guy up to?
So
About 30 people on the bottom floor just watching
Yeah.
Jin get screamed at by this guy going, I'm a dickhead! I'm a dickhead! I was like,
it was
probably.
yeah.
You know, you got Will to ID him.
Really?
He started giving Will his ID. He was like, does it say I'm a dickhead on this?
Did he look
Oh
at
yeah, he started passing his ID to my friend and going, "Oh, does this say I'm a dickhead?" He was getting all really loud, or whatever. And obviously, in this situation, I was making it worse. So my mate Will at the time, who's 6'4" or something like that, tall man,
It's all geezer.
picks me up by the scruff of my neck and carries me out the room because apparently I was making it worse. And then everyone else like de-escalated it, but I think without my friends there, I would have probably ended up getting my ass beat.
100% you would.
He did say he would.
That guy was
dominate.
definitely on fucking coke or
He
something.
his eyes were so wide and
And he started crying after as well, which
Yeah.
is
usually
Yeah,
the effect I
I
have on
got
him.
2 hugs.
Usually
You
the
got
effect
2
on
hugs?
men.
What from him?
Yeah, because I just moved on the
You
side.
love.
They smell nice.
Why you've had more people that I've encountered than I have?
I've got a good story after this.
Go on.
What now?
What about say man?
What about Freddie Mercury?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
no.
Oh.
I think we should tell the Freddie Mercury
Tell
story.
the Freddie Mercury story. Go on.
Right, so basically, from my point of view, I was just being a funny old chap. So there was this guy in Alfie's pub in Winchester, and we were all playing pool, and I saw a guy who looked like a fat Freddie Mercury.
No, for context, you were off your face.
I was off my face
On alcohol.
and there was this geezer sat down. He kind of looked like Mario from Mario Kart if he didn't have a hat. But
He was tashed up.
he had a nice stash, and I was like, "Oh, Freddie Mercury." And then he was like, "Blah, blah, blah, blah." Starting to have, no, he was laughing. He was laughing.
You fully the first time you
He
both
loved it.
started singing Bohemian Rhapsody
Yeah,
just straight away. It was like, oh, Freddie Mercury, and then you both looked at each other.
we had
and
a connection,
and
spiritual
you
bond.
fully, I don't know the words, but
Sorry.
he's fully just going,
Mother.
literally started going straight into that, singing in the middle of this bar that we're at. And I'm here, I was tipsy, but I sobered up by that time.
Yeah,
I was there,
Yeah.
present. And he just starts singing with this man. It was a great moment. And then,
we got a picture with him.
You did get a photo with him.
But me and Danny both did. But I don't. Right, so fast forward about 5 minutes after we've all said and done that.
Mhm.
He goes to the toilet. He did invite us to go to the toilet with him, which is kind of a bit sussy.
Did he?
Maybe he got his heart broken that I didn't want to go with him. But
Oh.
he goes off to the toilet. About 10 minutes later, comes back, and I go, "Oh, Freddie Mercury, sing Bohemian Rhapsody. Want to get a video of it?" And he goes, "No." And I was like, "Oh, well, I want a live performance. Come on, Freddie Mercury." So I go up to him again, and I've asked him again, and he's like, "Oh, bit of respect, mate. Bit of respect." I was like, "You just did sing it, mate. Why can't you sing it again?" He's like, "No, bit of respect, bit of respect." I was like, I keep saying it to him because I'm a dickhead, and I was trying to piss him off. But he keeps going, bit of respect, and I know this guy. Right, I'm not a violent person, and I don't try to come off as one. However, I'm an antagoniser, and I just trying to have a laugh with the guy. I know it makes me sound like a cunt, but oh well, I'm being honest at least. I'll get brownie points for that. I just kept asking for a live performance, and the guy was getting very upset with me.
Mhm.
So Danny goes, oi, oi, oi. No, I think it was Jin actually.
I
Jin
came
goes,
over and was like, leave it.
yeah. So I go and sit down, and what happened after?
You didn't just sit down. You then proceeded to
Oh,
start.
I was a good boy. I
No.
promise.
All right. You've cut quite a lot out of this. Actually.
I can't actually remember fucking any
Yeah,
of it, to
I
be
can
honest.
tell because it wasn't. So he did the whole sing song at the beginning, and then 5 minutes later you come up to him and go, "Can we have a photo? Can we have a photo?"
Yeah.
You'll take a photo with him.
Yeah.
Oh, you also kissed Danny.
That part.
Assault. So then Danny goes up to him separately and goes, "Oh, can I have a kiss?" Kiss.
No, Danny didn't ask for a kiss.
Oh.
He wanted a picture with him, and
And
then he
then-
just went for a fucking kiss.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Defend my
So
homie Danny.
That's like second, second time.
Yeah?
Was it a lips kiss?
Yeah.
Right.
You just grabbed his face.
Yeah, no, I think it was on his cheek, but
There.
There.
It's not a
Oh.
lips kiss.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
I would
that's
die
like
for
the
a kiss
third
for
time you've encountered this man, and then as he goes to the toilet, at this point
he did invite me to go to the
he
toilet
did
with him.
invite you, and he was going along with the banter at that point. Then he comes back from the toilet, and you sit. There's one other passing comment. You're like, as he walks back, you go, "Freddie Mercury," and you all start screaming. It was quite funny.
Yeah.
And then he comes, sits down, and then he's just trying to have a conversation with his with his girlfriend, wife, or whatever, partner. And you walk past him, and just pat him on the back, and go, "All right, Freddie Mercury." And
No, I
then-
didn't. I did not do that.
You did, and then
I don't remember that
And then
at all.
literally like another 10 minutes goes by, and then you go up to him and go, "Can I have a sing song?" So like it was like 7 times that he took the joke, and then he was like, maybe not. In fact, he was being quite. Suddenly just went, "Ugh, have a bit of respect," and then yeah.
I don't actually remember a lot of it, to be honest. Not because I was white girl wasted, but
You were
it
white
was
girl
quite some
wasted.
time ago. How do you remember all of it? Fucking hell.
I have good memory even when I'm
Jim was
drunk.
Sober.
I was sober for me. I'd only had like 6 drinks.
I wasn't actually
I
intentionally
had like
trying to
6 double
agonise.
vodkas. I was
Can I just
fine.
be? I wasn't actually intentionally trying to antagonise him. Listen. Only when he started going bit of respect, because I was like,
As soon as
"What the
someone tries
fuck
to
happened?"
flaunt
Do you know
their
what I mean?
ego,
I thought maybe he was having a laugh at me to begin with.
then break down a relationship.
I was like, "I've got a picture with you on my phone, Freddie Mercury,
That's right.
Frederick Merck, and you won't even sing the song for me."
Fun fact: Dan won't listen to Freddie Mercury ever since.
That's true. I'm heartbroken. Yeah.
What, by not going to the toilet with him?
I don't know. Maybe I should have just taken the
Maybe you should have
opportunity.
just taken the toilet
Yeah.
with him.
Have a fun time with Freddie Mercury / Mario.
You never know what would have happened.
That's his pronouns.
True. Heartbreak. That's another topic.
Heartbreak.
Has anyone experienced heartbreak? You
No.
with your current flatmate?
My heart's not broken.
Yeah, his is though.
Okay. That's not on me. That's on him.
It's not. No heartbreak. Zac, any heartbreak?
No.
Me.
Dog died? Anything along those lines?
You've definitely surely have had a heartbreak.
Heart being broke so many times.
That you're comfortable with sharing.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to really think.
If you're not
Always.
comfortable with sharing,
No,
you can say no.
Well, that was
If you want to be a buzzkill.
That wasn't a heartbreaking moment. I think that was a lucky.
That was
escape.
liberating.
That was a liberating
Twist the
moment.
story, man.
Okay.
Oh.
She doesn't know.
The boy before him, I broke his heart.
Oh, you're a heartbreaker, are you?
Heartbreaker.
Ah,
I'm heartbroken.
that was really cringe of you to say.
Without your
Oh, I
love,
moved in with someone.
heartbroken.
I moved in with someone within a week of dating them. It was a very sticky situation.
That's a good idea,
Ooh.
often.
That's not bosh.
That's
And
smart.
It was a very toxic relationship. However,
Mhm.
he did break my heart because he went and slept with his ex
L.
while sleeping with me. However, I did sleep with his best friend, so arguably,
I feel like you won that one then.
I feel like I
Do I know this person?
took the. I showed you the messages the other day.
Do I know them personally?
No.
No. Okay.
Do I know them? Is this the one I know personally?
Who do we know personally? Can you?
Well,
Mr.
we can't say their
Can
name.
you put
Cartboy,
a- can you put a-
Cartboy.
Cartboy?
I went to school.
I thought we were talking about chemotherapy.
Oh my god, no. I
Oh,
broke his
no.
heart. Complete side
Right.
note. He's been trying to sleep with me for 4 years. That's a complete side note. He's never had
L.
a chance.
L.
But he did show up at our accommodation.
W Riz.
So,
That is weird. Showing
That's
up your
W risk.
accommodation.
very weird.
Oh,
That's W Riz,
that is-
100%.
What for me?
Topics.
Both.
Jim, you want to share your story?
Heartbreaks? Oh, I've got multiple. I can only mention
You
one.
too.
No? I've got... I made it. Hey! To talk about your heartbreaks, your relationships then, go on.
Alright, there you say.
No, I haven't...
Number one. The end.
Currently one. Yeah. Don't really have any heartbreaks. Maybe okay. We're not gonna say heartbreak because I don't give anyone power in that situation. But one of my relationships was not fun.
Heart fractured. How about
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe
Alright.
bruised,
Muscles found.
Bruce.
grazed.
Heart cut.
Grazed.
that? There you go.
So that experience was fun. Completely my fault if we really think about it. But
Fucking hell.
my solution
Jesus.
to that one, the way I got over that one was we had a mutual friend's birthday straight after. And,
Shout out to Ryan Wilkerson, by the way. I hope you're listening.
Yeah, so we had a group. We're in the same friend group where there's a mutual friend's birthday party. Right before we broke up, was meant to go early to help us set up and everything, and I stupidly still came early even though we'd broken up. So it was
Cheeky.
me,
And she's still one out there.
my ex, the mutual friend, my childhood best friend, my ex's childhood best friend, all there. We get there early. Bear in mind, I'm smart, so we meant to meet at 4. I started pre-drinking at 2, so I've had 12 shots in spoons, and then I bought a small batch of of scotch about that big. So I get there. I've had these 12 shots of
Serious
vodka.
measurements from here. Okay,
That's
thanks.
small.
Shush. Anyway,
That's about that much.
That's
yeah,
pretty
it's
big.
about shush.
That's lots.
It's about 2 fingers. Be quiet plus 2.
So we're there. We turn up. They turn up, and we were there first before them, even though it's her own thing. She's had us filled out basically. And there's a park. I'm on the swings having fun. My mood's up. We get that she walks in, airs me, acts if I don't exist. I'm a massive normal people fan, so you know the thing where he's like, "Would you act like we were strangers if we saw each other again?" I butchered that quote thing, came into my head. I was like mad. So the scotch bottle suddenly got very close to my lips, and I finished it very quickly.
Ooh.
So my friends got there at 6 at this party, and I started drinking at 2 and 6.
Shush.
This sounds more like a liver break than a heartbreak.
Okay, well anyway,
Got money. Does it again.
so I've had shush. Okay, I've had one whole bottle of scotch, and at this point, her little brothers start asking if they want to play football match against me. They're like 10. There's 2 of them, so I start playing 1-on-1, well 1v2 on them football.
One on silence.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So I'm playing against them, and tipsy. Well, I think I was drunk at this point. I had a whole bottle of scotch. Decides to what's going to impress my ex and get her back. Two-thing her best friend's younger brother to make him cry. I don't know if
That's a
he's
good
crying
idea.
actually. I don't think he's
That
crying.
will get that often.
Gets attention.
Don't
I
you
just
like-
remember.
Get attention.
I just
Don't you
two-footed
like
him.
when people assault your family members
Yeah,
after?
It's my favourite
Yeah.
thing.
Was it her family members? Our best friend's family members.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Very funny.
And then
Yeah, shush.
yeah, basically got pissed out my head and talked to all of her friends about how I missed the situation, which I think's great. It ended with me hanging from a goal post. Why say that weird?
Post.
Thinking I could piss whilst hanging from a goalpost,
Yeah.
forgetting that if I'm hanging from a goalpost with my trousers down. By the way, the party's right behind me. Like it's like 3 meters, so everyone can see me. So I'm here. I jump up. I'm swinging. If I'm swinging while pissing, I'm gonna piss on myself.
Did
So-
you piss on himself?
Next question. That's the only time I've ever thrown up from alcohol. Also,
No Scooby.
Sorry, what? A couple of weeks ago?
alright. No, that's the second time.
That's the only time, but there's 2 times.
Alright, I meant the first
Yeah.
time. Alright, shush. Alright, when was? What about your alcohol experience?
I don't drink.
Yeah, true.
Question. Move on.
I don't drink either. It's
Yeah.
calm.
Have you guys ever thrown up from alcohol?
I've thrown up once. Oh my god, Danny's gonna love this story if he listens. So when I was 15, so once upon a time, little old me, when I was 15, I lost 30 kg, which is £50 for Dustin if you're listening.
Dustin,
He has no idea what you're on about.
£15.
50.
if you're
No.
Dustin, American.
Yeah, it's £2 to the kilo. It's £15. No.
Are
You're
you
an idiot.
fucking
Shut
retarded?
He was so confident. What in the
Okay,
dumb?
60
what?
then. I think it was about £50. I think it was more or less £50. So about that. So somewhere between 25 and 30 probably. However, 15, £15 I lost. 1-5.
Shut up.
5-0. Basically what had happened was I lost all that weight, but then what had also happened is that I was not used to eating a lot of food and drinking alcohol because I was eating 600 calories a day. Dumb fucking thing to do. That's how I lost it all. I lost it all in 4 months, and I was like, you know what, time to get on a pisser. So I've drank about 10 Thatcher's Golds, which in my opinion already is a fucking disgusting drink.
Disgusting.
They were lukewarm.
Ugh.
Yeah, and I also had a whole Domino's pizza to myself, thinking that I can
You
still
fatty.
eat as much as I could when I was fat. But I was sorely mistaken. So later that night, my stomach is fucking churning, and I'm in a tent. And I also thought it was a good idea when I was 15 to start vaping in this tent.
Vape Nation.
And it was the hottest day of the year at the time, and it was just fucking. I hotboxed myself in this tent because I thought it was great. Turns out it was not. It also just made it completely worse. So I ended up running to the fucking toilet. I take my shirt off, and I'm basically laying there like a fucking pregnant kangaroo, just fucking like leant over, just dying. And I've just puked all in this fucking toilet. And my mate Danny comes like, "Danny, don't go in. It smells." It's funny as fuck. No, but yeah, not my proudest moment. Don't come in, mate. It stinks.
That reminds me of a drunk story. But Amelia, you got
Any throw up stories?
Stories.
You have a lot.
I have a lot.
You do have a fucking throw up story.
I throw up story. Yeah, the day I met Jin and Zac on.
You also met me on that day.
No, I did.
I went out to the fucking steps and there was puke on it.
Oh yeah,
You
that's
went, don't
it.
step in my puke.
I went for a lovely bottomless brunch with my friend.
Bottomless
who
brunch?
I can shame because
Yeah.
she doesn't care.
Was the
Fire.
server male?
Huh?
Never mind.
With
Next
fire.
question. Yeah.
And let's say we had a lot to drink, and a lot is a lot. It's a bottomless brunch, just be honest.
It was one Smirnoff Ice.
We counted it. There's videos, it's evidence, whatever.
Oops, sorry.
16 cocktails, and
You did put on your story, which I
did
found very
also
cringe.
get the waiter's phone number. Very funny story, different story.
Bosh.
So
W.
funny that we don't even have to hear it.
Yep.
No, I just thought I was really funny and really smooth when I was drunk. So I was like, oh, do you know what? You have a good job. Why don't you just give me your phone number? And he gave it to me. And I was like, sound. Anyway, that was
Sound.
If a girl said sound after
I said sound after he gave me his phone number.
Yeah.
W-Riz.
Yeah, and
Yep.
then obviously I went back. I took a nap, and then someone's music woke me up. Someone who lives on a flat upstairs. No idea who that could be.
Was that actually me?
Yes, it was fucking you.
And?
It was you and Dan, and they woke me up.
Oh,
It
I
was
wasn't
8
mates with Jenna that time.
It was 8 o'clock.
It was me.
It wasn't you. Were out.
He wasn't him,
You
it
were
was
out.
me.
Oh, I went to get pissed and spoons.
It was
Oh, we
me,
weren't friends
and then
at
when
the
I
time.
saw you later,
Hang on, I'm
you,
explaining the full story.
Okay.
I was out.
It
I came
was 8
back.
o'clock. I'm not gonna lie.
I was on the piss.
At 5. I threw up all over my bedroom floor. Had sick in my mouth. Someone who you'll know, who
Gnome.
last name
yes, we all know.
again,
We all know.
names again.
We all know.
We all know.
We all know.
Yeah, we all know.
Chemo.
No.
No.
Try again.
Gnome.
What's it called?
We all know E.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You can mention him. He
Okay.
cleaned up. He helped clean it up. Yeah.
Oh.
No, I'm talking about Fred again.
Yeah.
Fred again didn't really help.
Fred
Anyway,
again.
Great artist.
Love that.
So he was there. I lost my
Frederick.
train of thought. Anyway, I was sick in my mouth. Someone else cleaned it up for me. It was really nice because I don't appreciate it. And then I went downstairs at 10 o'clock. I did complain about the music to about 4
I have a
people,
question, yeah?
including Fred again.
I have a question. So, are you aware of the law that says I can be as loud as I
Yes,
please
I am
from
aware.
11?
I was fucking hungover.
I have to
I was hungover.
At 8 fucking PM, I'm very sorry you were hungover.
You have an alcohol problem.
It does not normally cross my mind that someone would be pissed off their head during a midday. Oh, sorry, 8 PM on a fucking weekday.
Okay,
Yeah,
it was a fucking Tuesday. It was a Wednesday.
Is
Sorry,
that not a
is that
weekday?
not a weekday?
It's a hot day.
Oh, it's Tuesday. Shit.
So, anyway, and then I
Bosh.
went downstairs and I carried on drinking like a champ. Took it like a champ. Also,
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do on
smoked
hangover.
Oh, no, that's when.
weed. Smoked
Oh,
weed.
you're so cool.
That was quite cool.
Bud.
That.
Oh,
Bud or weed?
No, just weed.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
okay,
alright.
okay.
Fucking hell, close cool.
And that is when I met. I don't think I met you. I complained about
Well,
you.
don't put
You
me in.
complained about.
in
Right, listen.
cheating.
I'll, if you've got a hazy memory from being a silly bitch,
Intoxicated.
basically, what occurred is that you. Sorry, I came outside for a puff because at the time I still didn't do it in the rooms.
Floor.
You were sick on the floor on the steps. I come out and I'm like, what? Tom for a puff. Fred's out there and he goes, Amelia was just complaining right in front of you as well that you were playing your music way too loud. I was like, oh, all right then. I'm sorry about that, but you know,
I was drunk.
tough shit. And you were like, no, I wasn't. And then Fred was like, no, yeah, you said that you go up there and go and fucking tell him to stand the shit down.
Yeah, I was going to.
Yeah,
You really were.
when I come to your face, you were like not saying shit to me.
You
So
have a very scary appearance.
I appreciate that. That's very kind of you.
Dan takes it as a compliment.
I do. I like being a scary guy.
Take it back, Barney prank.
That's why I want to get an ISA license. Go on in, fucking hard.
But
Yeah.
that's
All right.
fine.
Continue with your story because you have half off with it.
So I obviously met you guys. From what I remember, we went in my kitchen. My vibrator was also on my bed.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
I wasn't there for that.
Yeah. It was literally just
It
me
was
and
literally just
Zach.
chilling on my
So
bed.
Thank the
you're missing a whole chapter here. I met you.
I met you.
You're lying on the floor in the
Lobby,
reception.
in
I've
the
just
lobby.
come back.
You've shown your vodka over there as well.
Not yet. I come back.
Yeah.
W Riz.
We just had pizza.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, because you kept ordering it, yeah.
Yeah. And me and Zach are here, eating our pizza. Come downstairs. Why were you downstairs?
You walked in.
Another pizza?
Oh, we went out again.
Yeah, you went out.
we?
Yeah, you went out to drink more and then you come back in.
Oh, something. All right.
See, this is
So we're
what
coming back in.
this.
I'm a bit more pissed now. I think I was drunk.
You were drunk. You were very drunk.
I was pissed out my head.
You were
Oh, this is the night I knocked myself out.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this night. Alright, so I come back and I'm very drunk. Yeah, so I come downstairs. Amelia's like, oh, I'm so white girl wasted. And I'm like, oh, slay, let me join. So I run upstairs, go get my bottle of vodka, leave Zach there, leaving small talk with my flatmates, which I haven't even met.
Riz.
Yep. Zach was dropping W Riz. I'm there, running upstairs.
Sam.
Who's Sam?
Earrings man's.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Let's drop
Let
some
me-
more names
alright.
while we're at it.
Alright, let me speak.
Samuel Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm running upstairs.
Oh,
Bro, I
do
swear
not
to God.
touch me, me.
Alright. Alright. Shush.
Try.
Alright. So I'm there, running upstairs to go get my vodka. So I run upstairs. As I'm coming back downstairs, you know how stairs are set like that?
Going up and down.
So, like-
Stairs do be like that.
Alright.
Stairs be like
Shush.
that. After Jim
Alright,
fucking plonked me.
Right. So the stairs are angled. So the ceiling is angled also.
Yeah.
So I go to like run down the stairs but jump a little.
Yeah.
But what I do is I hit my head on the top stairs. So I knock myself out for like 5 minutes, I think.
I don't remember this.
I don't remember it.
I wasn't even there. Is this before you got the vodka?
Are you aware that when you fiddle your mic, it makes a tremendous amount of
Oh, I'm
noise?
very sorry.
Please stop doing that. Save that for the
Isn't that
OnlyFans.
the time where you were with Tom?
Is
No.
that's when we met.
Is this a different night?
This is
Yeah,
when
this
we
is
met.
a different
oh.
night. 'Cause you slept
We
in
met
stairwell.
Fred's scary friend.
No, you didn't
know
knock
the
yourself
really
out
scary
like
friend?
that. That was when he was on the roof.
No,
We
Zach,
met
you were
Manny.
there when I hit my head and knocked myself
Jim.
out.
Was
This is the night
Yes,
we
I
met
was on
Manny.
2 stairs
You know
below
that?
and you were having a conversation the whole time
I? With who?
with the rest of my flat. This is the time I had left the
wasn't
You guys were outside.
I wasn't there.
You.
I'm talking about the night you met Manny and I met.
It
Manny.
is that night.
Oh.
I ran down the stairs and did you not hear the massive thud?
No,
We
I
were
was
outside.
drunk.
No?
You guys were sat outside on the steps.
Are we?
I don't.
No, we
No,
wasn't.
I swear you were.
sat inside
You were on the landing. You were on the
No,
bottom
we
stairs.
sat
Yeah,
next
we're
to
on the bottom stairs in the landing. We were.
She was sat under the.
Alright, the first little stairs.
Stairs.
The second little
Two
stairs.
drunk stories.
Literally. Alright, I'm running and I hit my head. Boom. Hit my head. Whatever. And then I come downstairs and I'm like,
And we
did
drink
anyone hear
vodka.
that? And you guys go, no.
And we start drinking vodka.
We start drinking vodka and you could not compete. I can outdrink you. So shush.
And then we went outside.
We went outside. Yeah, and this is where you met your you met two of your situationships.
Two.
Situation shit.
Shush.
Two.
Shush. Shush.
Shush.
Oh shit! Yeah, two. Fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. Chemo boy. So we're there, having a little conversation. I don't know what else happens this night.
Someone tried to jump someone, not jump, but like you were gonna have a fight. Someone was throwing punches. I remember.
No one's throwing punches.
threw a
I
punch at him.
jokingly.
I threw a punch.
No,
at him.
the chemo boy started saying how he could take everyone in the building.
Oh, is this when
You weren't there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chemo boy started saying how he could take everyone in the building. Someone who lives in our building. He was like, "Oh, I can take anyone in the building." Whilst he was pissed and drunk, no, high and drunk, and I was like, "Well, you couldn't." He's taller than me, but he's like 5'10", built like he's going for chemo. Hence why I call him.
9.5. By the way.
Oh, okay. Oh, let's get into logistics. So he's not all that. So I jump on his back just to prove
He's my best friend.
he's not that. And then I tell him that Zach's gonna come over and beat him up, and he shits himself. Yeah. Zach walks over and he shits himself. By the way, Zach is the most cuddly bear-esque man I've ever met. Like, you would not be intimidated by him, yet you are intimidated by him. It's really confusing. Like, once he starts speaking and you're there, you're like, ah.
Yeah, if you're under 6 foot, you'll be shitting yourself when you meet Zach.
You'll be shitting yourself, but once you know Zach, you know that he's not. It would take you a lot to like.
I was
beat the shit out
terrified of you when I first met you.
No, you weren't.
Shitting it. Promise.
I was
What?
not.
I wasn't.
Being sarcastic.
I was joking.
You have to ruin it, don't you? Bunny
Always
break.
fucking ruining
It
it.
was.
We're gonna aim to make these a weekly thing.
Yeah.
Something quite regular.
We're going to try and do 2. Well, we're going to say aim for 2.
aim for 2, but expect at least 1.
Yeah, expect at least 1. Obviously, it's going to be our aim to do as much as possible, but obviously when our schedules can align, we will be getting out these podcasts for everyone. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. This has been Dan the Geezer, and yeah, catch you next time.